I was talking to some of my coworkers about future technologies and science and where I think they go, where they're going to go, as I commonly do, much to their probable annoyance. I can go on and on and on about it for quite some time. The thing that I wanted to make this video on, though, was the fact that they all think I'm full of shit. Or not necessarily full of shit, but a little too far out there when I suggest what and when something's going to happen. And I could be. I haven't really been wrong yet because I don't think I'm very far out there. I listen to the current scientists and futurists and deduce from what they're saying into what I think is going to happen in the near future. And I'm talking 5-10 years. The thing I've been talking about most recently is I'm sure most of you have seen the video with the Japanese robot walking out. Looks very very real, very fluid. A lot of the people that I talk to and that have seen this don't even think it's real. They go, "Oh, that looks like it was staged, or it looks like there was somebody in a costume." Okay, no. I suppose it's possible, but not from the resources that I've been looking at. It's right along lines with what I've been seeing consecutively up to this point. So that's kind of silly. But what I was suggesting to a lot of people is that within 5 years, I believe we're going to have something very similar to the robots from iRobot. Not the main character, Sonny, necessarily, but the other robots, the previous versions that look more like robots. Although really, I can't imagine going past 10 years without having a Sonny-style robot available to the public. The other thing that I like to put in, or that I've been putting in with it, is an artificial intelligence program that's supposed to be coming out this year for your cell phones. Or that's where the platform's going to be staged initially for public, is on cell phones. And it's an artificial intelligence named is it SILVIA from Cognitive Code. It's a conversational learning algorithm that you just speak to naturally, and it learns and it understands what you're saying. Say you want to call Tom tomorrow, and you're talking with somebody, it would understand that you're talking about calling them tomorrow or in the future date, and not dialing them now, because it recognizes the context of your conversation. So in my head, I see that announcement, which was like 6 months ago, and then I see the footage and stats of the Japanese Android, and you put those two together and you will have a semi-self-motivating Android. It's only a slight leap to use software and hardware, or have software and hardware, and put the two together, kind of how your PC came to pass. The other thing that I put together with that is there's a company, gosh, I don't even know what the company was called, Emotive Systems, that has designed a micro EEG machine or helmet device that sits on your head kind of like a spider, and it measures your brain activity, the electrical systems in your brain. So when you think of a motion, like lifting up your hand or tilting your head or turning a knob, those all make a special electrical signal that a computer can recognize. And once you have something that is intrinsic to that motion, a computer can recognize it and apply it to that motion. So they were having a demonstration. I'm going to put all the links up in where they're supposed to go, wherever they're supposed to go. And so instead of having to have your hand on a mouse and a keyboard to play your game, you can just sit there looking at it and think the thoughts, and or think, you know, turn right, fire, run backwards, run sideways. You can think those movements instinctively, and it would do them because it senses that. The link that I want to make with the Android and the AI system is that you could then use that helmet to program movements into the Android to make it more smooth and to cut through a lot of software writing issues, because it can be a long, tedious thing, which is they've already done a lot of it, obviously. But in order to make it even more responsive, you could put that on, say, the programmer's head and have the programmer do the motions and have it reflect into the Android to make it even a faster learning curve. And I don't think this is they're very far out there. In my head, which is a little odd up in there, I'll grant you, but in my head, this is pretty much already done. I can see it already accomplished, and within the next 5 years. I would be highly disappointed if it doesn't come to pass within 10 years. And I would think that something is inhibiting it. Because at the rate it's going to happen before 5 years. Let me know what you think. Do you think I'm way too far out there? Do you think I'm too optimistic? Because I don't even think it's a matter of optimism. I'm just watching, you know, 2 plus 2 equals 4, and 4 plus 4, and just adding and adding and adding. I'm not even doing a big stretch. But for some reason, a lot of people don't see it. And I don't know if it's because I really am out there and I just don't know that I'm nutty, or if people are so pessimistic and blind to possibilities that they are defeatist against any new idea. That sounds pretty plausible to me. Just a thought.